All right, so let's look at number 1. It says, Miss Kennedy wants to give 8 pencils to each of her students. So we know that every single student is going to get 8 pencils. She already has 81 pencils. Okay, so we know she already has 81 pencils. There are 24 students in the class. How many more? Remember what I said. How many more always means subtraction. How many more? How much further? How much longer? Any of that is always subtraction. Except for this is a 2-step problem. First, we have to figure out how many pencils she's going to need to get to ensure that every single student has 8 pencils. So, she has 24 students. Every single student's going to get 8 pencils. So that's 24 times 8. Now remember, you can do this partial product, or you could do the standard algorithm for multiplication. Either way is fine, you decide. Okay, so 8 times 4 is 32. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 3 is 19. So I know that she is going to need a total of 192 pencils. And if you notice, 192 is on here, okay, but that's not the answer. She already has 81 pencils. So I need to take how many pencils she needs and subtract how many she already has to get my answer. So I need to go ahead and take away the 81 she already has. And that's going to give me my answer. Okay? So I know she needs, in order for each student to have 8 pencils, she needs 192 of them. But she already has 81 of them. So I'm going to subtract that from the total number she needs, and then that's going to give me my answer. Okay, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says, there are 46 rows of seats in the school auditorium. Each row has 9 seats. So, 46 rows, each row has 9 seats. Which expression could be used to find the total number of seats in the auditorium? Well, we know that we're going to have to do 46 times 9. But they want you to look for an expression that could work. Okay, so this is where you're going to have to look at your partial products. Okay, 40 times 6 times 6. Okay, I know that there's a 40 because 4 tens is equal to 40, but I don't see any 9 in there. So I know that this cannot be the right answer. Okay, 40 plus 6 times 9. Well, 6 times 9, that would work. But plus 40, I'm looking for a 9 times 40. So I know that that wouldn't work. Okay, you need to find which one of these has the partial products. Which one has 9 times 6 ones and has 9 times 40? Because remember, 4 tens is equal to 40. Okay, so you'll have to figure that out. And let's look at number 3. The students of Leona Elementary School set a goal of collecting 30,000 pennies. So they wanted 30,000 of them. And they're going to donate them to a local charity. In the first week, so in week 1, they collected 10,812 pennies. How many pennies do they need to collect the second week in order to meet their goal? Well, they have a goal of 30,000. In the first week, they already collected 10,812. I need to know how many more do they need to collect in this second week here to reach their goal. So what am I going to have to do with those two numbers? I'm going to have to subtract them. Okay. Now remember, you're borrowing across zeros here. So if you don't want to do the standard algorithm, remember you can always play get to. You can start at 10,812, and on your number line, you can get to 30,000. Okay? So you can always play get to if you don't want to borrow or cross zeros. All right? Let's look at number 4. Number 4 says, Appalachian State University has 16,595 students. Okay? Well, this is a tricky one. There are 12,874 fewer students at Appalachian State than the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. So how many students are at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill? Well, we know that Appalachian State has 16,595 students. Okay? We know that the University of North Carolina has more than that. They have more students than that. Because right here, and it tried to trick us, it said that there were 12,874 fewer students at Appalachian State than there were at North Carolina. So that means North Carolina has a bigger number. So you are looking for a greater number than 16,595. You would have to add both of these numbers up to find your answer. Let's look at number 5. Students at a college recycled 631 aluminum cans last year. They hope to triple the number of cans they recycle this year. If they meet their goal, how many cans will they recycle this year? Well, triple means times 3, right? So I have to take this 631, and if I want to meet this goal of tripling it, I have to multiply by 3. And that's what will give me my answer. Let's look at number 6. 9 players from the Panthers donated books to the local book drive. So 9 players. Each player donated 20 books. How many books did the players donate altogether? So, player 1 donated 20 books, player 2 20 books, player 3 20 books, so on and so forth. 9 of them donated 20 books. So I would have to take the 20 books times the 9 Panthers players to get my answer. And number 7. A YouTube video had 3,809 views by September. But in October, the same video had 56,039 views. So it had 34,809 in September, but in October, it had 56,039 views. About how many more? What did I tell you? How many more is always subtraction? Always. Okay? So I am going to take the views it had in October, 56,039, and I am going to subtract 34,809 views it had in September. And that will get me my answer.